Alright everyone, it is I, VRChat Star Valentine. And today, I was originally gonna do Honkai Star Rail, but then of course, well, then NVIDIA forced a driver update on me because apparently the right to repair as a concept is so dead. Is so far gone. That now, companies like NVIDIA could just force driver updates on you and you cannot do shit about it. And hang on, unfortunately, yeah, JTD cannot join us. So yeah, that was pretty fun to deal with. But yeah, that basically means I had to miss normal stream time altogether. And now I had to start shit super duper late. And thus, I decided, you know what, if we're gonna do a late stream, then I might as well do something with VRChat. Because, you know, those streams are usually shorter, and they don't take nearly as much time to do. So, yeah, here we are. And today, we're going to be exploring, this map from Trails of Cold Steel 4, that is St. Ursula's Medical College. Now, Trails of Cold Steel 4, I don't fucking know a whole hell of a lot about. I mean, I have heard of a lot of people playing it. It seems to be rather popular. But, you know, other than that, I don't know much more about it. Yeah, from what I can see, it looks like your typical JRPG. I mean, you got, you know, the whole retro future or steampunk shit going on. You got the whole, high fantasy themes going on. You got, you know, basically your typical JRPG shit. All here, right here. And, so yeah, that's basically what it looks like. But I will say that the music is quite cool. I really hope this is from the game at least, because if it isn't, then we might get into some copyright trouble. But as far as I know, it probably is from the game, so we're good. We're good to have our audio up quite a bit here. So yeah, needless to say, let's get into this. Let's actually do this here, and see just what all it has to offer. Though I will say that, you know, this front courtyard does look quite nice. And, oh, you actually have a... Hell yeah, you can actually sit here. It's awesome. Now, one thing I do not like about these seats is that they are done, you know, they are quite a bit bigger than your typical, like, seats like King Crimson or whatever. You know, that isn't the best way to do a seat trigger, but hey, at least it works. At least it, you know, works for the most part. Shame they didn't put these seats around here, but then again, you know, that is genuinely a hard place to put seats, so I understand why they didn't. Huh. Ah! Not bad looking inside either. Not bad. Little umbrella rack here. Umbrella rack here. For if you, you know, have any umbrellas. A vending machine? Sally does offer, gamer blood. Well, that kind of sucks. Then again, you know, this isn't related to internet. This is related to an actual, you know, JRPG. So, really shouldn't be surprised by that. And of course, your usual You already see instances of, retrofuturism and steampunk shit starting to appear. Right here in the form of a little laptop. Though let's be honest here, this looks more just straight up sci-fi, not so much steampunk. Though again, the rest of it looks pretty steampunky. You can't enter any of these rooms. That's a little unfortunate, but, the elevator doesn't work. That is the surgical department. I guess it's the other line for down here. Nope. I guess I have to go upstairs then. We have some more vending machine. What the fuck? Oh! Yeah, that's right. And did you know it also has a day-night cycle? Yeah, this entire world has a day-night cycle that changes the lighting based on what time it is. And I'm not sure if it works on real time or if it works on changing post-processing or what. But given how this all appears to use some form of real-time lighting, I would be surprised if that was part of it too. Ooh! Not much for the nurse station except for this, radio. Well, I imagine it's some kind of, communication device of some sort. And then an actual desktop computer. Hell yeah! And then also this, laptop over here. Huh. A little, break room. Not a bad little place, I might say so myself. Or at least some kind of, meeting room anyway. Not sure if it's break room. But still, not bad. Huh. Guess these must be, new sheets and shit for, the rooms. Guess what those are. One World Health. Yep. And Public Health, alright. It's a shame they couldn't make any of the Oh! Wait a minute, can you actually see, players down here? Down there? I mean, I don't really have anyone else on to experiment with it. Sarah's off doing their own thing. And aside from, Fallen Kingdom and a handful of others, I really do not have any, immediate PC users who could, come to these kind of worlds with me, aside from, Sarah Dynamite and a few others. So, yeah. I really need more, PC friends, especially those that like being on stream. Though, let's be honest here, Fallen Kingdoms seems like he's alright with, being on stream because he's friends with quite a few streamers, and pretty much all of, Nem and their crew are alright because they're on Justin streams all the time. So, yeah. Guess it's some kind of a special, special treatment room. Where, where big, wealthy people would be taken to get treated for shit. And would also include, like, little meeting spaces where, if they're feeling well enough, they could meet with others. And that's pretty much, what this is. You know what to say, though, very, very well done. And I really do like the aesthetic here and how, faithful it is to the original game, though I do, kind of wonder if it is not directly ripped from the game. Like, because the reason why the Willamette Mall was so faithful was because it was ripped directly from the game. From Dead Rising. So, I do kind of wonder if it's the same case here, where this is not, a faithful recreation, but rather a direct rip as well. Just kind of wondering that. Yeah, this is a rip. This is a rip. There is no way it isn't. Especially with how it looks and how the general design is. I haven't played a whole lot of it, but I have seen some clips of it, and they look mighty similar to this. So, I am more than 90% sure that this is some sort of rip. And that it isn't, that isn't this, recreation I thought it was, I guess you could say. But even then, I am still really, I still really like this. Like, this is still really, really good. Even if it is, full, even if it is a rip and not just, recreation as I thought it was. Huh, it seems like you can't access down here. Well then, alright. I guess that's it for, the, hospital itself. Though, needless to say, I am really impressed. I mean, again, this is a rip, like the Willamette Mall is, but I really, really love just the general look of it. Overall, like, it is a really, really well-designed, not only, space, but also just really, really well-designed, really well-designed hospital, really well-designed world here. Like, I don't know, this kind of is getting me a little into the Trail series, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not fully sold, but upon seeing this, I am really getting, a little into it at least. And here, once again, you can see kinda the, the whole, it's sort of high fantasy-esque, but sort of thing going on with the whole. I gotta get my laptop working again. What the fuck? Yeah, I can't let my laptop go to sleep or really bad shit starts to happen. Because you see, as soon as my laptop goes to sleep, there's a 50-50 chance of it never waking up again. And that is just simply an issue with my laptop itself. And my, and something to do with the graphics card. Like, the graphics card is so fucked up on my laptop to the point where, at times, it will literally black screen to death. Like, we'll go into a full-on GPU panic, and I'll have to either reboot it, or I'll have to wait for it to come back on. And, yeah, it really is that bad, unfortunately. So, yeah. But anyway, as you can see here, yeah, right here you can really see that, this is a good example of it's high fantasy, but there's also a lot of sci-fi shit with it too. This kind of Fallout-esque retro future style shit that, you see in pretty much every JRPG ever. Well, not every JRPG ever, but most of them have this kind of Fallout-style retro future and or steampunk stuff going on. And basically what that means is that, they'll have lots of high fantasy shit, but, out of nowhere, they'll also have lots of sci-fi style weird shit as well. And it just gets really weird. It's hard to explain. You actually have to play a lot of JRPGs to actually get where I'm going with this. That's all I'm gonna say. Pretty much. But yeah, not a bad place at all. And definitely pretty nice looking. I don't know, I might get to a little bit of trails on my channel at some point. Try a few of the games out, see if I like them. Only because, that kind of aesthetic really gets me. Like, this kind of shit just, I don't know what about it, but some about it always just, it just grabs me in. And I just fucking love it. So, I discussed this numerous times, but, that Fallout style, JRPG style, even Honkai Star Rail has a bit of it style. Stuff like this just really, really gets me going. And it's just an aesthetic I really, really like. And just something I just really, really enjoy. Which is kind of why I like the God Runners a lot, too. They have that general aesthetic as well. And that's why I just enjoy, using a God Runner Abbey. Or one of the main reasons. The other main reason is that it's just very, very useful. Like, there's a lot of attachments it comes with. A lot of shit it comes with. It can fly. It has a lot of very basic things and necessities that I often see very lacking with Rendos. And that's why I really like using them off-stream. But, this general aesthetic does also have to do with it. Quite a little bit. So, it's not all utility, it's also some of this. But overall, yeah, I will definitely, just seeing how it looks, I will definitely start giving these games a try at least. What the fuck? I don't think we were supposed to come back here. Yeah, I could definitely see we were not supposed to come back here, just for the fact that, you know, all this is unfinished and very visibly, you know, just screams we were not supposed to come back here at any given point in time. So, yeah. Like, if you start seeing big gaping holes in the ground, then you know that you are in an area that devs do not want you to go to. And you somehow exited the bounds beyond where, you know, the game is very finished. Out to, you know, the areas you were not supposed to access, and thus the devs really didn't, you know, put a lot of attention to detail into because you were never supposed to see them. Those are some unusually thick trees. Like, I know thick tree stump when I see one, but that is unusually thick. And based on the general music being played here, I could tell that that song earlier was also from the game itself, so yeah, my assumption on that was correct. We are okay to keep our volume up, pretty much. Which you'll say is pretty nice and very reassuring. And goddamn, do I like this? Huh? Oh boy. Oh. I guess because they all started kicking each other's asses. That's what I'm thinking. Oh yes, I picked up a copy of Blaze Blue. They had to put it down because I had to focus on support requests. Oh well. And yeah, my voice is quite flexible. Like, I always generally have very high-pitched sounding voice, but you know, I can also do this and make it sound like this. Oh yeah. Ugh. Okay, that started on my vocal cords a bit. What's this in here? Orbital gun. Huh? I'm guessing that's an item, or at least a weapon in the Trails series. Again, I know jack shit about the Trails series, so huh, they didn't figure out any water physics. Well, that kind of sucks. And that's something I see all too often, like in King Crimson, that, you know, a lot of maps do not have water physics figured all the way out. Keep Running does, though. Terrors of Nowhere, a game that... Oh, ho, ho! I get the pun there. Yeah, a game that, you know, I still cannot play on stream yet because I do not have proper amount of RAM. And because even if I did, it would still lag like crazy because of my shit GPU. You know, they have water physics figured out a little bit. But most maps? No, they do not have it figured out at all. Like, Organism you know, I praise Organism a lot for being this, you know, just a stalwart example of, you know, being a good map and genuinely good world design in VRChat. Like, I will praise it nonstop. But, you know, even then, uh, but even then, you know, one thing I will criticize them on is the lack of, oh, it's Sarah's stream begun. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, we begun our stream at the exact same time. And that, by the way, was what Sarah was off doing. Um, and why Sarah wasn't here is because they are off doing their own stream. So because of that, yeah, they cannot be on mine right now, unfortunately. We could go Lake Elk Wetlands 1, but I want to see what's further down this way, just to see if there's anything at all down here. You know, before I turn back and go back to the earlier wetlands and backtrack on my way. What the? Oh! Ah, so this is some kind of healing station, like generates a healing effect that regenerates tissue and shit. And this is I'm imagining where a boss would be. Like this generally looks like some kind of boss arena to me. Just the way it's all laid out and shit. Again, I never played this game before. I never played any of the Trails games before. When the first one came out, I was far too young. But, um, you know, I might try them out later on. You know, and see, you know, if any of my hypotheses on some of these areas might be correct. If I had Rendo Nocturne right now, you know, that way I could fly back. But then again, I don't think flight's very useful in this area. And plus, Nocturne is still... I wouldn't say in the actual, you know, building and creating the thing phase. It's more in the current design concept phase, and, you know, getting everything worked out with the Zero Flora phase. Because now that Zero Flora is fully recovered from their illness, they can now work on it, so... But needless to say, I really am enjoying this map so far. Like, this is the kind of shit that gets me going. Not just the whole steampunky aspect of it, but also the but also really the you know, the just general aesthetic. It's just really, really good. But yeah, Rendo Nocturne is still in the early concept phase. They still gotta get some details worked out, especially the size. Because the big thing about it is that it's not going to be your normal size of your average window. No, it's going to be, or rather, the size of your average window. No, it's going to be this huge, ginormous window that is going to be at least 1.75 meters tall. Just simply because of a lot of the shit I have to fit in it. Like, there will be quite a lot of very advanced stuff. I'll be fitting in it. Especially the full, like, real do version. I'll be fitting all sorts of crazy shit in it. And then the second one, Little Pip, I decided his name will be, you know, the lighter one. Little Pip will, you know, it'll be Quest compatible, and it'll be a cut down version of it. But, you know, I'll also fit, quite a bit in it as well, and it will also be, the same size as, the real do. So, yeah. But yeah, real do systems will, that'll be the full PC only render Nocturne. That will have a lustratio system. That will have, and aside from the lustratio thruster system, it will also have full Go-Go Loco, including flight. It will have, a scythe. It will have, a rifle, a revolver, a bunch of other cool stuff. And yes, it will also have a beam saber, or a lightsaber, depending on what you want to call it. Though they're basically the same thing, let's be honest here. But yeah, we'll have a beam saber as well. Whereas, Lil Pip, it will have more bat-style wings because, because obviously a full-on lustratio system is not going to be Quest compatible any day of the week. And aside from that, it will also have, what the fuck? Okay, that's a little unexpected. Oh, let's be honest here, that's all that bad. But yeah, Lil Pip will have, you know, it'll have more normal wings. It will have, it won't have nearly as many particle effects. It won't have the scythe. Instead, we'll just have the beam saber and the revolver. And it will be, will be basically a very cut-down version of Nocturne meant for Quest use, or Quest compatibility. Though, let's be honest here, I'll be using a very beaten-up old Rift S to control it, so, you know, for, like, tracking and stuff. So, you know, I won't really have, you know, I won't really have any kind of, you know, Quest compatibility to really worry about, except for my questing friends. So, yeah. And also, both of them will have, other similar, features between them. They will have audio link between them. They will have, a bunch of other shit between them as well. It will take quite a while before both of them are fully developed, so... And, when they are, I'll be doing a huge re-debut. Like, it will not be this small event. It will be this ginormous, grand re-debut. As more similar to, you know, when, you know, any other big model re-debut. Just simply due to the fact that, you know, it actually objectively is one. So, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. I really can't. It will be amazing. But, anywho, back to the, thing at hand. Wait a minute. Ah! You can actually go in here. Yeah, I could definitely sense that this is something evil. Like, this is obviously some kind of, like, evil kind of place right here that is meant for, like, to have some big, ginormous boss. That, based on the fact that this is the initial area of the game, is probably not the big boss you have to face, but is a big boss. At least. So, yeah. The fuck? Hang on here. I figured this out. Oh, it was just my fancy mouse fucking with shit again. Of course. So in other words, those buttons are what you use to access doors, shut off traps, and various shit like that. Huh. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Um, I already knew it was 4th of July, but I didn't remember to say anything about that on stream until just now, unfortunately. Whoops! But then again, they do call me a professional dumbass for a reason. And really, I didn't forget. I just, didn't really say anything until now, I guess. What the? What is that? Whatever it is. I can definitely tell it's not for a good purpose. Like, whatever all this is, yeah. And holy shit, this music! Okay, if this map didn't already have me sold enough on the Trails series, well now, it has me even more sold on it. Because this is absolutely incredible. Lost in the music. Oh yeah. You get it. I'm guessing the highermost one is like where you do ah! Yeah, I'm guessing the highest most one is where you do the big boss. No shit! I have the worst luck with ledges. The worst fucking luck, I tell you. But goddamn, this music sounds so heroic. Always so epic anyway. Alright, we're getting bigger or closer and closer to the big boss platform. And it's pretty nice that you are able to break shit. Like, because I know this sounds like something you already know about me, and probably already know about me, but you know, I tend to be pretty destructive, and breaking shit is kind of a thing I do. Very frequently, I might add. I mean, hell, have you seen my Fortnite VODs? Like, I am literally an unstoppable killing machine in that game. Well, not exactly unstoppable, but with the right team, yeah. And certainly quite deadly. And I do like the energy force fields. That is pretty nice. Because, you know, it is different from your usual magic barrier or you know, your just normal door. No, it's some kind of a plasma energy field generated through whatever process they use in those field generators. Huh. And right here is, of course, where the big boss fight goes down. Like, this you can tell is a boss arena. I mean, like, just the way they hype it up with all the detail and shit, just the way they really give it this larger-than-life impression, just the way, you know, this floor is designed, like, you could tell this is meant for a big boss fight to go down here. And, you know, And this would be like what you interact with after it's done, pretty much. Just really, really well designed, though. And I really, really love it. And I will say, yeah, it's your typical, JRPG. You end up killing some weird extraterrestrial whatever, or god or whatever fuckery. I will say that much, but it is just, that's just the way JRPGs tend to be. I will say it's done quite well, as far as I could tell. Oh, you fell there. Shit. Ah! There we go. Now that's more like it. Now let's backtrack our way out of here. To infinity and your mom! Well, okay, some of that texture isn't quite well clipped. So, yeah. Some things did not transfer over exactly perfectly when ripping occurred, but even still, it is still quite well done. For what it is, anyway. Now, while I backtrack my way out here haphazardly, I do want to talk a bit about, some other stuff. Now, about the tech issues yesterday, apparently my RAM is starting to die. Or at least one of my RAM 6s started to go bad after so many years of use. In other words, I am going to have to replace it soon, unfortunately. And thus, I am going to have to, do my maintenance period much sooner than I thought I would. And much sooner than I really wanted to. Because, here's the thing. Here's the ugly thing about that. You see, while my PC is shut down, or rather, while I am, doing the upgrades, and after I got them in, I will have a full 2 weeks where I will not be able to stream, as I will be testing everything and making sure that everything's working during that time. So in other words, there will be a lot of things I won't be able to do. At least at that time. And it is generally why, I said a lot of my Fallout series and stuff, and my Star Citizen, and hopefully eventually Trails, series will start a lot later. It's just simply because, I'll be doing a lot of maintenance and shit to my PC that'll make me unable to stream. At least at the time. So, yeah. that's a little unfortunate, but during that time I will figure some shit out at least. Or, at least after that period, because, it will only last 2 weeks. And then after those 2 weeks, I will return to full force and be able to, actually, do more shit. And, I'll return better than ever, because then I'll be able to stream some things I wouldn't be able to before. In other words, Terrors of Nowhere and various other shit like that. So, yeah. And that's actually looks quite modern in the distance. That scene in the distance looks quite modern. Well, not exactly, but I can't tell that there is some retro future fuckery going about, as there always seems to be with these JRPGs. But then again, I mentioned that over and over again because it's true. But yeah. Nothing back here. Oh well. And yeah, I will also be getting the secondary hard drive set up too. I'll be buying both 2 packs of 32 gigs of RAM, aka 16 gigs per pack, which is 8 gigs per stick, and then the secondary 1 terabyte Western Digital Black hard drive as well. And yes, I will actually be putting Western Digital Black in there and not, Western Digital Blue Drive, because here's the thing about quantum fireballs. After using, quantum fireball drive for so much of time and for so long, I don't want another drive. Or another of those models, because it's just been an absolute nightmare. Try to get them to work half the time, and try to get everything to load up properly. Sometimes things won't work, sometimes things will work. I have to play a lot of guessing around pretty much. And I've heard that there are some areas on this ship, or rather, on this world that, take place on this ship. I'm pretty much gonna try and, wait a minute. So that bus must be, like, what what the protagonist party kind of travels around in. I'm guessing anyway, because I saw it both up in Ursula and also down here in Crossbell. For, one of Crossbell is completed. Now, if the cross spell world is completed, we will not be exploring it today. Because here's the thing. Once again, I do not have a whole hell of a lot of my Wi-Fi card tends to crap out a lot whenever I try to download shit, so yeah. Unfortunately, I am beginning to suspect that, yeah, all the ship stuff isn't on this map. Which is kind of unfortunate, a little confusing, because I clearly saw on Crumpet's stream. So I don't know, maybe he just went and explored a different map, I don't know. Oh! Ah, hell yeah! Now that is a train! Why was store back there? Well, you know what? Yeah, I guess this is what he actually was exploring, was a train, but I do wonder. It seems like it's powered by some kind of nuclear process, not quite, running on your normal, well, nuclear is steam power, essentially. I mean, it does use steam turbines, so, it is steam powered, just not your traditional, coal. Just using, uranium or, I don't know, nuclear fusion or fission or some sort of nuclear shit instead of, your traditional coal, I guess. Oh! Hell yeah! Huh. I wonder. Guess we can't get the train moving. Huh, no, those communicator thingies. Or are those control panels? I'm not so sure. Again, I never played this series, so. Huh, there's a little bar here. What's back here behind this? Hangar? Huh? Ah, so these are living quarters. And then 3 was the cafeteria. And then these are the medical rooms. My god, this train has an entire infirmary. And a briefing room. Hell yeah! And then the cockpit was what we were just in at the beginning of this train. Of course. So. Big question. what the fuck is back there? Well, glad you asked. What the fuck? Okay, so aside from, you know, the obvious military, equipped bison shit, there's also mobile suits? Mobile suits! From, like, fucking Gundam and shit. Okay. You know what? You know what? At this rate, because I love mecha shit. That's the thing. You know, I love anything having to do with mechs. I love any of that shit. So, yeah. You know, if Cold Steel's gonna have fucking mechs in it, then I might as well make it like a big, you know, I don't know. How many subs am I at? 13? Alright, I'll make it the 3-hour subscriber special. Because, goddamn! Just look at this shit. Oh my god. That looks so cool! That must be the commander's mech. Because commanders usually have the coolest shit. You know, like, you know, everyone else is, like, you can tell these are some kind of mass production machine. Just from the way they look, and just for the way, you know, they aren't super cool or overly fancy or any of that. And this one looks, you know, it's sort of mass production model too, but it's a bit customized. And this one, is, you know, some special unit. This one's, yeah, another mass production unit, but it's gold and has a couple of extra shit. And then this one here, you can tell is the commander because it's got all the fanciest shit. It's got all the generally nicest stuff on it. You know, it's the big, it's, you know, the big one out of the group. It's the big, fancy, super awesome, rad one out of the group, basically. And then there's this little thing here. Which, yeah, I'm not so sure what it would be used for compared to its, you know, much bigger brothers, but that was pretty nice. But yeah, I definitely really like this. Like, holy shit. This is above and beyond what I was expecting. I've seen a bit of it on Crumpet Stream before, but I haven't seen this much down here. Like, that is way beyond what I was expecting. initially. Absolutely incredible. Now, now to be honest, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe there is a bit more of this map. I'll check around a bit and see, but I don't think there is. Any more of this map, as far as I know. Oh, there is! A little bit. Oh. This place, I am not so sure if it's like some kind of a final boss area or what. But... Or not final boss, but, you know, a small boss area. I guess. But this does look pretty nice. Looks like, you know, some shit out of Skylanders or any of those other fantasy-esque games I played back in the day. Especially with Pirate 101. That game has so much potential, Pirate 101 did. And then they ruined it, and then it crashed and burned. And yet, Wizard 101 is still mostly alright to this day. I mean, it's nowhere near the phenomenon it was back in the day, but it's still mostly active. Yeah, Pirate 101 died shortly after launch, and no one even talks about it anymore. Except to say how much waste potential it had and how horrible it was. That was quite sad. Wait a minute. Strega Corporation? Oh, alright. So Strega Corporation... I don't know, they sound like kind of like the big bad guys of this game. Only because... You know, usually when you hear, you know, military or peacekeeping forces, you usually think good guys in a JRPG. Whereas when you hear Shenra Electric Company, Strega Corporation, those kinds of names, it immediately, you know, brings up, you know, a much darker feel of it. So I'm pretty sure in the Trail series that they're like the big bad and that a lot of their experiments are unleashing, you know, these horrible things across the world and, you know, just causing continuous chaos, especially because Strega was also the name of the bad guys, I believe, in Persona 3. So, or they had a similar name, anyway. I'm pretty sure they were. That was actually their name, but yeah. Yeah, so in other words, just from the name alone, you could tell that, you know, these guys are not the good guys, as far as Strega is concerned. that they are definitely, you know, the big bad as far as things are going. Like, from what I could tell. Again, I haven't played Trails yet, but that is from my point of view, what I could, you know, what I've heard anyway, you know, what they are. It's the big bad that's, like, you know, doing weird experiments and unleashing tons of horrible shit all across the world, and, in a way similar to Armacham or Shinra. Armacham, for those of you who played Fear, and Shinra for, well, everyone knows who the bad guys in Final Fantasy are. Final Fantasy VII are. Sephiroth, Shinra, and, you know, all those folks. Though, I would more compare, based on what I've heard, I'd more compare Strega to, like, Umbrella Corp than Shenra, because Shenra, you know, eventually they lost control and it all came down to, you know, Sephiroth and you in the end, whereas Umbrella Corp, you know, they were the ones who kept, you know, sending monsters after you, you know, wave after wave after wave of them. You know, all these semi-sentient monsters and, you know, T-103s and even Nemesis after you. All with the intent of, you know, eliminating whoever stands in Umbrella's way. Strega from these games might be more like that, as far as I know. Here we have what I imagine is another boss arena, only because, again, rule of thumb for RPGs and literally any video game ever. When you see these big open areas that are, you know, kind of ring-shaped, they might be some kind of boss fight area. Only because, you know, that is probably most likely what they are. Pretty much. And this is why having a flying Avi would be really nice. Ah! Ow. Also, I just noticed, but Trails 4's, whiteboxing shit they do looks kind of like the Unreal Engine whiteboxing shit. So I can't help but wonder if they're using Unreal for Trails 4. I find that hard to believe because a lot of Japanese studios have their own game engines that they use. But I don't know. I don't know. After seeing that, yeah, I'm not so sure. And also, I'm pretty sure this game came out for the PS2, right? Like, it was, you know, pretty much around the Dead Rising era when it came out. Or at least, you know, that's what I'm judging based on the graphics anyway. But then again, you know, Honkai has pretty cut down graphics, and it's not from the PS2 era. Well, some of the original games are from like late PS3 era, but still quite a bit more advanced than PS2. As for this one, I'm pretty sure it's a PS2 era game, so yeah. Especially because I have to see like one of them when researching PS2s, so I'm pretty sure it is a PlayStation 2 title. Again, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. Now, what about anything back here? Answer, probably not a whole hell of a lot because, again, I pretty much explored everything there is to explore at this rate. But, you know, I will try to find at least something. Now, if anyone knows anything about the Trail series, I don't really know where to start. And also, I need to find my PS2, if this is a PlayStation 2 game, because I have no fucking clue where I put that. And I haven't fucking found it since I moved here to my new house. So, yeah. But if I do find it, I will try, you know, put some of these games out. Again, that is assuming that is, yeah. Yeah, see ripped models and textures. So yeah, it was a ripping job. It wasn't... It was the rip, not a recreation. But yeah, I pretty much saw all that there was to see, pretty much, is the end verdict here. So yeah, in other words, yeah, that's pretty much it for this stream. So that's pretty much it for this stream here. I gotta admit, I really enjoyed this entire map. Like, it really is just a very, I mean, yeah, it is a rip, but, just this aesthetic and the game style and all that, it was really good. And I could definitely say that, this is definitely something that I will, eventually try later on. It does, from what I could tell, it is a PS2 title. So, in other words, I'll probably have to find my PS2 and clean it off and hope it still works. I don't know where it is, but yeah, I'll find it. And then maybe I'll play one of these games and give them a try. That is if they are not ported to more modern platforms. And I find the idea of porting these games to more modern platforms very questionable. Especially because not a lot of people have talked about that, so yeah. But, overall, this is a really well designed map. Like this aesthetic, really, this kind of like just, retro futuresque kind of steampunk stuff that a lot of JRPGs have going on really gets me every single time I see it. Like, I don't know what it is, but that kind of stuff just gets my engine revving. That kind of Fallout style, JRPG style aesthetic that's going on here really gets me going, and it's just something that I really enjoy a whole hell of a lot. And also this map, this map is just really just it's just so aesthetically pleasing. Like, it just looks so detailed, so good. Especially for something that supposedly came from a PS2 game. And, it's just a really good experience all around. So, yeah. Overall, what is my overall score for it? Probably 10 out of 10. Really good map. Yeah, it is a rip, but who cares? It's a very good map overall, and it's very well put together. And plus, the whole, day and night system, really incredible. And also, best of all, this map also has a lot of mech stuff, and I love mechs. I love mecha, I love mechs, I love all that shit. And see it on a map? Oh, yes! Just makes me... it's just so awesome. It's just so awesome. But, anywho, so, what will I be doing tomorrow, if anything? Well, tomorrow... Well, later today, I'm going to be ordering the parts for my PC so that I could upgrade it. So, more than likely, if there is a stream tomorrow, it will probably be a lot shorter than your usual stream. And also, if, the parts get here early, or at least some of them do, then that will be the beginning of the initial maintenance period. So, if that's the case, then I won't even be streaming at all. But, don't worry. I will let you know on Twitter when I am going dark and when all the parts get here and when the maintenance period starts before it actually happens. So, yeah, don't worry about that. I'll let you know when it does. So, yeah, that's pretty much my plan, is that I don't really have any set streams over the next few days because, again, I'll be, pretty much, receiving the parts over those next few days, and I'll be mostly focusing on, computer maintenance and all that stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, I gotta get going. You pretty much know the drill. Several people probably need me by now anyway. So yeah, thank you all for watching this wonderful stream here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, whatever. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for whatever I have planned then. So yeah. Um, good night, everyone. Stay classy, everyone, and good night. And I'll see you all tomorrow for whatever I have planned then, if the parts don't arrive early. So yeah. See you then, everyone.